Today we're going back to the 1980s to check out what the news was 40 years ago this month. We're going to be looking at news articles from the month of April 1983. So we're going back to the 80s. Look at the 80s. Whoa, it was so cool. So we're going to see what was in the newspaper then. I remember the 80s. I'm old enough to. I know you guys watching. A lot of you are too young. I checked the demographics. A lot of you don't remember the 80s. So that's what you're here for, to learn about it. And we're going to get pointlessly nostalgic together. I hope you subscribe below if you aren't already. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and let's go. All right, so first thing we see in the newspaper says, displaying a graceful herd instinct, purebred ballerinas replace bovines in the stalls of a Minnesota farm during the filming of Joseph. What is this? Joseph? What's the? All right, here we go. Joseph Papp presents Swan Lake, Minnesota. Classical ballet. Look at this. All right. So we had, look, not everybody puts their ballerinas in cages in the 80s, but in Minnesota, that was the thing they did. Wind rips Disneyland area. Look at this. So that's the sky bucket. If you guys remember these sky buckets, they used to have these in Florida too. So what these would be, and they have these at some other parks. I know Six Flags Great Adventure has some, and the things that they, I don't know what you would call those things, but the big metal stands that they are held up by that hold the wires up throughout. Those are actually from the 1964 World's Fair. So after the World's Fair in Queens, they took that and they moved that to Six Flags, and they've changed the buckets. I think they have to change the wires, I'm sure, every once in a while. But those big, giant metal pole type big things, stanchions, I don't know what you'd call them, but those things are from the World's Fair. The ones at Disney parks, they got rid of all of them. There were a couple reasons. One was a custodial guy was cleaning and he was hit by one and sadly perished. Also, I know they said a lot of times kids would go up there and they drop pennies or spit over the side at people below, which is not what you want. Also, you could, from there, you could see like the tops of the buildings. You could see behind things. I have very clear memories of riding the ones at Magic Kingdom being like, oh, that's what the building really looks like. Because you really got to see how everything wasn't as magical once you got up high. But wind ripped through it and they had to take these people down. Look, the Anaheim Fire Department there, AFD, getting those people out of there. Angry protesters greet Reagan in Pittsburgh. I don't know. Now, look, I got to tell you, I haven't been protested since I was on the radio, and boy, that's a story for another day. But angry protesters rarely greet people. Usually, they're very angry. So this must have been great. They're there. They're like, we're really mad. Well, oh, hey, Reagan, how are you? We're really So there you go. Angry protesters greeting Reagan. All right, we've got this picture. This picture kind of baffled me for a few minutes. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. We got this young lady. She's blowing a bubble. Looks like somebody else's hand is like in front of her. Almost looks like they've got a phone, but they don't. They can't, but it looks like a phone. They're like maybe taking a picture of her, but I don't know what it is. Let's see what it says here. It says, Erica Van Weatherhold blows a bubble that could wind up in the pot pie. See page 23. Oh no, she's blowing a bubble. It could wind up in the pot pie. All right, we got to find out what's going on. Okay, so this page 23. Cooking with kids is a kick for grandpop. And then we got this girl. I mean, the problem with black and white newsprint is we don't know what color we're supposed to be looking at. So that just looks like blood. It looks like she's got a blender thing in her mouth and she's eating it. But no, it's chocolate, I'm sure. Cookie is a kick for grandpop. So some grandpop out there was cooking with his kids 40 years, grandkids, not his own kids. His kids dropped off the grandkids with grandpop. He made it, and this little girl, she might lose her gum into the pot pie, and that was like, they're like, see page 23, and boy, we needed to. But all it is, I mean, this is not a news story. I don't know, but I'm happy for them. I hope they had fun. Oh my God. Look at this. So these are Coupons with a K for kids. When you spell it with a K, the comedy K over at Carvel, they should have done the K for Carvel. You know, there was Tom Carvel was like, well, we put coupons with a C, we put kids with a C, and then we put Carvel with a C. And they're like, I don't know if anybody they'll think it's SIDS. Nobody will think it says kids. And he's like, all right, coupons with a K, kids with a K, Carvel with a C. And they're like, how about Carvel with a K? And he's like, we never changed the name. Carvel is Tom Carvel. I never allow that. All right, so this is, if you guys are from my area, you'd remember Carvel. It was here on the East Coast. Free Carvel flying saucer dish with the purchase of your Cookie Puss. Again, flying is absolutely free with the purchase of your Cookie Puss ice cream at this ice cream location. So the flying saucer disc is a Frisbee, all right? There's a little man next to it. I don't think he had anything to do with it. I think you just got a Frisbee. Flying saucer disc. There's Cookie Puss. And if you turn them upside down, you can make them into Fudgy the Whale. Cookie Puss is great. You can still get a Cookie Puss, and I have gotten them. I'm not a big ice cream guy, but I had a fond memory of the Cookie Puss commercials. So I have a few times over the years when I've been tasked with purchasing a cake, I go over to I call them first because they don't usually have a Cookie Puss ready. And I'm like, could you get a Cookie Puss ready? And they're like, yes, we can. And then you get a Cookie Puss. That's an ice cream cone for the nose, too. Of those like ice cream sandwiches, but the round ones, 2 round ice cream sandwiches for eyes, and then just a big old ice cream cake. Buy one, get one free Carvel Sundae. Buy one, get one free Carvel sprinkled cups at the Carvel ice cream stores, and they're listing some. This is from a newspaper in Reading, Pennsylvania, so these are probably in that area. I know Kutztown University is there, so it's in that area. All right. How do you like your shrimp? Red Lobster asks. All right, good question, Red Lobster. I'm a Red Lobster fan. I know a lot of people put down the chain restaurants, but a lot of them I think are really great. I think Red Lobster, yeah, it's a good place to go get some seafood. I like it. I'm all into it. Broiled shrimp scampi, not scamp, shrimpy. It's prepared in a deliciously seasoned garlic butter sauce. I like Papa John's pizza, which I don't like. So let me just be clear. Papa John's pizza I don't think is very good. But they serve something with it that they call butter sauce. Or no, they don't call it, but that's the thing. They call it garlic sauce. And it is just butter. And this is what they're saying here. We got a garlic butter sauce. It's really a butter sauce with a hint of garlic. Let's be clear. And same thing at Papa John's. All right, stuffed shrimp. What do they stuff them with? What's inside that? Onions and deviled crab? I don't know. Oh, just deviled crab. Okay. So it's what's inside that counts. It's deviled crab. Dig in. So you take your shrimp and you stuff it with deviled crab. Okay. Oriental shrimp. Now, Walter, they built the railroads. Big Lebowski. Oriental shrimp. Lightly breaded shrimp. So this is like your panko fried shrimp. That sounds good. What is the term? It's not Oriental is the term for the Orient. So you could say Oriental shrimp. But what do they usually call this? It's where it's lightly battered. I don't remember. It's a type of cooking though. It's very good. So these are lightly battered shrimp served with our sweet and sour sauce. And you get your fried shrimp. It says it's shrimp. I don't know why we're still looking at this. All right, it was only $8 to eat some shrimp. That's I guess the important thing. Bavarian Donut Fair. Man, we were a worldly people back then. A dozen Bavarian donuts you could get for 79 cents less than normal over at your Dunkin' Donuts. What do we have up here? Food Factory Incorporated had an Italian sandwich for 94 cents. You get 22 color portraits with a 95-cent deposit. So you're giving them $1 deposit and they're giving you change back. $12.95 at the children's photographer at the Berkshire Mall. The 22-minute lunch. If you wanted to have lunch, you don't have a lot of time, why not stop in for the 20-minute lunch at the Giraffe? The Giraffe had soup, salad, and sandwich. I like it. I'm in. The Far East. Again, we were worldly back then. The Far East restaurant in Shillington had a Chinese-style smorgasbord. That's like Swedish is a smorgasbord. So it's all over. We were worldly. I'm telling you, we were worldly back then. Flabby thighs. They don't look flabby. 3 months for free. It was ladies' night every Wednesday night. They had Gary Thunder Thighs and Mr. Valentine and a skit. That was at Club Mystique. Oh boy, if you had a time machine, ladies. Rasputin's this week. Wait, hold on. So at Rasputin's, you can see Clench and special attraction youth camp. Former member of the Hooters was in youth camp. But oh boy, I want to see Clench. Clench is performing. Hey guys, you want to go see Clench? They're performing at Rasputin's. What about this? Oh, I know this. I remember these ads. So it says, we guarantee your cat will love Crave. Here's 50 cents. The cat's got two. It's when you just put the C, I think that's just a penny. I think in cartoons that's a penny, but they're telling us it's not 2 cents, it's 50 cents. This was a commercial. I remember this commercial would say, my kitty, or is it my kitty cat? My kitty cat craves chicken. My kitty cat craves milk. My kitty cat craves tuna. So my kitty cat craves crave. And if you think about it, there's no natural way that any cat could get, okay, my kitty cat craves chicken. So this cat could, theoretically, I guess he's on a farm, he could get a chicken and then gnaw at it. Okay. He craves milk. Now, this is a cat. He's on a farm still, but he's going up to the cow and just trying to grab those udders. I don't think it's going to work. I think that cow's going to be like, get away, moo, and start just wandering away, maybe step on that cat. So I think cat's not going to try that twice. And then tuna, I mean, tunas are big fish. I mean, you got to they're big. They're not little. I mean, I guess they start out little and they grow big. I know they're big. So I don't know that the cat's going out to the ocean, deep sea fishing. All right. Ripley's Believe It or Not, Russ Gonder of somewhere in California, he built a miniature castle that's 15. This feels like today, like everybody would do this. He'd be like, oh, somebody built a 15-foot castle. That's, it's on TikTok. There's probably, but this guy, he was ahead of the game. The Comfort Tractor, built in 1938, designed for farmers on the farm or out in the city. It's comfortable. Subaru, hey, swing into spring. It's Subaru. Subaru's for the swingers. My goodness. What is this? Super Boskov. They had the world famous Stratfordshire ceramic mugs. These were $4 to $4.50 value, but you can get them for only $1 each. Let's see what was going on there on your mugs. You had your plain mug. So if you're like a plain guy, you're like, I'm not messing around with anything goofy. You get that. Then you get your frog Cupid saying, let yourself go. You get that cat. I recognize that cat. That cat was famous. And then for Fridays, you could have the It's Frog Day mug. Oh boy, it's Frog Day. Now, these are not available in every store. So if you're going to every Boskov, you're not going to, but some Boskovs, you could have gotten those for $1. So nice. We see it twice. That is all we have time for, but you can click this or you can click this. Pick either one. I wish I had one of these mugs. I'd pick up my It's Frog Day mug and oh man, it's been a good frog day. Anyway, pick your video and I'll see you next time. I'm on both of them. Hope you pick a good one.